from the station you count on. This is KARK 4 News at 10 in high definition.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Bob Clausen.
I'm Jessica Dean. The family of a woman neglected at her nursing home suffers another blow when seeking help.
Relatives are outraged. They can't hold the nursing home liable in court because they only carry $100 worth of liability insurance. KARK4's Brittany Johnson has been researching the issue. She's joining us now with more. And what does this mean to families, Brittany, overall?
Well, first, a warning that some of the images you're about to see might be disturbing. The family of Gladys Mae Ingram wanted to pursue legal action against Hillcrest Care and Rehab in Prescott. This is after state reports showed major problems with their mother's care, but then they learned the facility is not really covered and the state doesn't require them to be. Gospel singer Wallace Ingram plays the song he wrote for his mother, glad she was able to hear it before she passed away.
Just hearing her growing up and praying at night and Lord, let me live long enough to see all my children get grown.
She died at a nursing home in Little Rock after spending 7 years here at Hillcrest Care and Rehab. Less than a 4-minute drive from their home, the Ingrams say a few months before her death, they received a call they'll never forget.
My granddaughter worked out there. And she called him and told him, said, Paul, you ought to come see your mama's back. That's when he first noticed.
The family took this picture the first time they rolled Gladys over. The dark shading you see isn't the natural color of her skin. It's marking where her skin was broken down, deteriorating from being in the same position for too long, from her neck all the way down her backside.
And it just broke me down, like, I didn't know. Mama was in that bad shape.
State documents show where the facility failed to notify her doctor of changes in her condition, failed to provide adequate nutrition, and to treat and prevent bed sores. After her death, when checking their legal options, the family learned Hillcrest wasn't covered.
And if I'd have known they didn't have no insurance, I never would have put it in there.
Unable to send a message in court, the Ingrams hope to warn others to ask before placing loved ones in the hands of uninsured caretakers.
It ain't the money. I'm thinking about other mothers, father, sisters, and brothers, that if we don't do something that's going to die, without them, then there's no.
Again, state law does not require nursing homes to carry liability insurance, but there have been some discussions about it, just not a lot of movement. The administrator for Hillcrest did not return our calls for comment. Back to you.
All right, Brittany, thanks so much. A masked man terrifying children in Hillcrest, exposing himself and chasing kids as they walk home from school. Little Rock police taking numerous reports of a man performing lewd acts on himself in front of kids, then sometimes chasing them down the street. All reports say he's a white man wearing a ski mask and sunglasses. Police worry that he may even take his crimes further.
So we assume that he has intentions of possibly stealing a child. That's why we have the officers we have up there. We're going to do our best to catch him.
They are stepping up patrols in that area, asking you not to get alarmed, but to be on the lookout.
A man driving in Russellville over the weekend arrested for driving under the influence. His 10th offense. 30-year-old William Hogue is in the Pope County Jail with a $25,000 bond. Arkansas State Police pulled him over and found him to be intoxicated over 3 times the legal limit. Hogue's been arrested 9 other times for drinking and driving. 4 arrests in 5 years means this DWI for Hogue will be a felony, something people in Russellville find shocking.
That's pretty amazing that it has taken this long for them to do something a little bit more strict.
He shouldn't just get off like so easily. Like, he should be punished for what he's doing.
Hogue appeared before a judge on Monday, his next court date June 11th. A child hit by a car earlier today in Little Rock. It happened at the 3400 block of West 12th Street. Witnesses say the child apparently stumbled into the street and then was hit by a car. But thankfully, his injuries seem to be minor, although no official word on his condition this evening.
A bus driver in England, Arkansas, arrested tonight, accused of leaving a little boy on the bus all alone this morning. 37-year-old James Wagner is facing 1 count of endangering the welfare of a minor. He allegedly finished his normal morning routine and told police he didn't see a 6-year-old little boy sleeping during his bus check. That child reportedly wandered off the bus onto the high school grounds when he woke up, and the bus lot supervisor helped him get back to the elementary school. The child's grandmother says she wants that driver held accountable.
it was my child. You know, I just thank God that he had sense enough to get off the bus. But what if some other kids don't?
The district suspended Wagner pending the investigation. He's due in court in July. In the last year, more than 31,000 Arkansas students received a lottery-funded scholarship. But the number of students meeting the standards to keep that scholarship steadily declining. So a local lawmaker now suggesting and considering a scholarship payback program. KARK4's Marcy Manley joining us live tonight with more. Hi, Marcy.
Hi, Jessica. Roughly 7,700 students last year failed to meet the requirements for scholarship renewal, and that has one local lawmaker thinking that a repayment program might keep more of those students in class.
If the student isn't able to finish, then they're not able to finish.
Freshman Brianna Moses on the path to graduate as an Academic Challenge Lottery Scholar.
It helps a lot. It really does help. It makes a difference.
But being required to pay back thousands in funds from the state gives her pause.
It's not really fair to the student because a student isn't able to foretell whether they'll be able to finish or not.
In the form of state scholarships.
State Representative Nate Bell believes it isn't fair for the state to shell out money for students to simply not make the grade.
Between $26 and $28 million a year of taxpayer funds via the lottery are going to students who don't follow through and graduate.
Data from 2011 shows 40% of the nearly 32,000 lottery scholars failed to meet renewal requirements, a 2.5 GPA, and 30 annual credit hours.
I took the average.
Oh, you averaged it, okay.
So Bell is considering legislation for students who don't reach the degree.
If I don't, then I will repay the lottery funds that have been given to me via the Academic Challenge Scholarship.
Lottery scholars we spoke with at UALR agree the plan would push students to perform.
They would definitely try harder in school.
I know it would definitely keep incentives for me to not drop out of school.
But most want a syllabus of standards for life's unexpected events.
Family deaths, children, you know, these things are things that can't be foretold.
Bell's brainstorming includes waivers for such experiences, also allowing struggling students to apply for appeal.
We wouldn't be looking to punish someone who simply couldn't go forward with their education, but just to put some accountability and a sense of responsibility in there.
And now Bell wants to be clear that this legislation hasn't been drafted. It's still in the brainstorming process, and he's open to feedback from folks all across the state. Live at the State Capitol building, Marcy Manley, KARK4 News.
Also new for you tonight at 10 o'clock, a South Arkansas Police Department shuts down. It's closed. Protection will now be the responsibility of the local sheriff's office. The Portland Police Department is closed over budget concerns and the retirement of the current police chief. The closure effective immediately. Portland Mayor Gary Morgan cites budget reasons as the primary reason. Ashley County Sheriff's Office is now responsible for patrolling the town.
Since we all are taxpayers of Ashley County, the sheriff has agreed to do this, and we hope to have a long and lasting relationship with the Ashley County Sheriff's Department.
The current Portland Police Department will eventually be used as a satellite station.
A man suspected of murdering his stepfather and burning the body is back in Arkansas tonight. Hempstead County officials say this man, Don Ersman Jr., killed his stepfather, 60-year-old William Jones. Police say last Friday night, Ersman shot Jones, carried his body into Texas, then burned it inside of a car. Ersman is then believed to have fled to Missouri. Authorities there extradited him today, and tonight he sits in the Hempstead County Jail awaiting his court appearance.
Philander Smith College welcomed television and radio host Tavis Smiley to its campus earlier tonight as part of the school's Bless the Mic lecture series. He is the last speaker for Bless the Mic this season. Smiley spoke about encouraging leadership skills among young African Americans. Smiley's latest book, by the way, that he co-authored with Dr. Cornell West at bookstores currently.
Now from KARK4, your weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Keith Monahan.